The internet is interneting again. Okay, so there's a pretty viral, I guess, article from the Rolling Stones written by Andre G. And that covers Doechii. And that name nowadays really gets the streets blood boiling. And the headline says the online Doechii hate is unwarranted. It says the pushback the rapper has received is largely based on misconceptions, misogyny, and prejudice. Now, the basis of why this is causing some noise, I think, lies around the fact that people think they can't critique Doechii. There's a sort of cloak around here. Is it a cloak? Is that the right thing I'm looking for there? Or a sort of just wall of protection. And then also, they've also looked up this same writer who has other commentary with headlines like Kendrick Lamar embracing his inner hater is a lesson we should all take into 2025. There are posts of him speaking negatively about other artists. So, specifically Drake, I should say that. That part's kind of important. So, there's that. But I want to kind of give this thing a little bit of perspective, all right? I read through the guy's article. I read through his article. I think there's some validity to what he's saying, to the things he's saying. But I think that applies to a specific group of people. I think that he does a solid job of specifying, like, hey, dog, if you don't like her music, you don't like her music. And I think that he also is somewhat right that based on who she's aligned with and things like that, and people very being uncomfortable with her rise and what she looks like, and the things that he's mentioned in misogyny and prejudice, it does come off very uneasy. She's in an era right now, which I think honestly signals that she's on the wave of superstardom. But the problem, I think, what's going on here is what's an underlying issue in media, which is, I think, a large part of the a large part of the audience sees the media game now as, or just the culture, rap narrative as black or white, right? So let's say, for example, you were a Drake or Nicki fan, right? Let's just say that, which is a large fan basis, right? They will look at Doechii as being in that TDE group, right? And then when media members are writing about them, and sometimes they have no critiques at all for these people, but they have critiques for, a Nicki or a Drake, it starts seeming like, oh, this is just, I hate to use this word because I feel like it's so overplayed. This is just biased narratives. And then when Doechii's catching hate from us, I'm assuming, like, I'm speaking for the Nicki Drake fans now, right? It's like, oh, you just want to protect her. Now, this is like, which one comes first, chicken or the egg?